let's do something else today. How about we finish a 5-year-old work in progress? How about that? Let's do it. Okay, so I have been getting sidetracked because all of this has been going so great. Everything was fine. I got rid of half of the list, in 4 months, and everything was yay. And then I started casting on different things. So you saw in the last video that I had started a new cardigan thing. I'll try not to make as many clacky noises as last time. Whenever a knitting needle hit the table, it sort of made a noise. Can you see this? Not really. Okay, late summer wrap, knitting for Olive. Oh, it's the back. There's the front. Does it make any difference? I don't know. So I finished the body and the beanie this thing. Finished the sleeve. Started the second sleeve. So I don't have that long to go on that one, fortunately. I'm gonna pack this away. I actually started another thing. Ta-da! I have no excuse for why I started this other than the colors just jumped out at me from the shelf at work. Boop. Cute. So I'm making a top. I'm making the Lima top by Knitting for Olive. I'm just doing a completely different, I'm just using the basic shape of it. It's just a normal, I'll put in a picture. And then these colors were just, ooh, we want to be white stripes on a top. Ooh, bring us home. And so I, being the kind-hearted person that I am, obliged and bought 6 skeins of yarn and cast on using a 3mm needle and just going to town. But it wasn't really part of the plan. The plan was to only start 1 new thing at a time and then finish that, along with finishing all the old works in progress, right? Sorry, I'm just gonna make a noise and with the chair and everything. But I have even more. I kind of on a whim, kind of planned, cast on an alien face hugger. Oh, that's missing a leg. No, it's here. It's just made from scraps, so that's great. I didn't have to buy any yarn or anything. It's eerily fussy, but that's fine. So I still have to knit the tail and sew it up. So, that won't really take much time at all. This is for a care package for an old friend of mine. So I have the late summer wrap. I have the Lima top, which is called the Rauma top now because, doing my own thing. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Yes. And then I have the face hugger. Ooh, alien butt. Okay. So I have to finish that because now I'm just doing this thing where I just keep on casting on whatever I feel like and whenever I feel like it. And that is how you end up with 30 works in progress. And we don't want that. So for June, I had planned to finish this crochet mesh thing in wool. Brooklyn Sweet Loft. Did they stop making yarn? I'm not sure. I think I heard something in a video about shelter not being available anymore. these look the same to you, but they are not. They're both wool, they're both charcoal gray. This one is a little lighter, like in weight. And it's a different one. Maybe it's a BC yarn Shetland wool. Perhaps. Dun, dun, dun. This is a scarf that I'm crocheting. I started crocheting it maybe in 2020, maybe in 2019. Let's say 20. So I crochet this mesh. Whoop. And then once it's done, I'm going to weave lengths of yarn through this. I talked about it in my last video. You can watch that if you feel like it. Alien butt. I don't remember which hook size I used for this. I'm thinking that I can remember it by color. So when I see my hooks, I will be able to remember which one I used. The problem is, as I just opened this, I realize the hook I thought I used is not in here because it was orange. Okay, I also found this one. I don't think that's it. This is a 2.5. Probably not what I used. This one is a 3. Was it this one? Now I just have to remember what I did. Maybe chain 4. And can you see? Maybe chain 4 and double crochet. I'm using American crochet terms because when I learned to crochet, I learned the Danish terms, and then whenever I later on in life, sounds like I'm ancient, but you know, I learned to crochet from a book when I was quite young, maybe 10. I actually have the book. Do you want me to find the book? I don't know if I can find the book. I think I have the book. Here it is. Oh, it's gorgeous. This is it. This is how I learned. But then later, when I wanted to, what am I trying to say? The internet, basically, you know. And then most of it was just American terms. And I do know the difference between most of the terms in American and British crochet terms. But I'm going to try and stick with one to make it as simple as possible, and they will be American. Okay, so what am I doing here? Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Okay. Maybe chain 1 and a double crochet, and a chain 1 and a double crochet. How does this look? I think it looks like it's the right thing. I could try with 3.5 if I can find one. Did I have one in that binder thing? Let's see. Okay, yes, 3.5. Okay. Chain 1. Double crochet. This feels fine as well. I think maybe this was it. I have a feeling it was this. My memory could have, I thought that this was orange. Actually, what I thought in my head was that it was orange and it was 3.5. So, yeah, 50% correct. Yay! Hooray for me. Okay. I'm gonna sort out the yarn and figure out how much longer I want the scarf, I guess. And crochet. I don't even know if I need to weave anything through these holes. In the end, I might just leave it. Weave in the ends, obviously, but then just leave it as a striped thing. Like this. It's kind of cute. It's giving Beetlejuice, I guess. I guess it's gonna have to be as long as I am tall. And right now it's, yeah, I don't know, it's my wingspan almost, but not quite. I couldn't tell you why I stopped working on this all those years ago. I guess I just didn't think I needed a scarf. Maybe the weather got warmer. Maybe I just started 5 new things. Maybe it just got put away in a bag and forgotten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around. I probably stopped working on it as well because it got boring, I guess. I don't have that many crochet languishing projects left. I have this, the other scarf, the Bohemian Oasis blanket, and the temperature blanket. Are those all the crochet projects? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen if it if it isn't. It's the 16th of June today, and my plan is to get this done as quickly as possible. Get the late summer wrap done. I only have this much to go of the second sleeve, so it's like half a sleeve. You take into account that the stitch count gets smaller and smaller for every few centimeters, so that will get done really quick. And then the other things I showed in the beginning. So yeah. And I'm not sure whether I should stop now or if I should just keep going. This is what I did so far from when I started this video, from where this marker is on this row, and this just went by so very fast. I think it's gonna shrink up a little once I weave in all those long strands of yarn to create the gingham effect. So let's see how long this is now. When I wrap it around my neck like this, both ends come down to about to my waist, and so with the added fringe, it's going to be a nice scarf length, I think. I don't think I should continue. I think it's fine now. Or should I do one more repeat, like one black chunk and one white chunk, and then one more repeat. I'm on my last row here, and here we go. Woohoo! Boing. So here we go. 31 blocks of color. Here it is in the length that I've chosen so far. So right now I'm gonna, well, I guess I should weave in all these ends first, right? So weave in the ends and then measure out some lengths of yarn, figure out the sequence. I think I have 28 spaces across. What was my thought? Well, my initial thought I had 5 years ago, but I guess it was divided by 4 and then 7, 7, 7, 7. Then it won't be symmetrical, but that might be fine. I could do 3, 7, 7, 7, 4. Nah, I think I'll just do 4 times 7 and then have like 4 chunks. Yeah. Ends are woven in, which somehow took me 3 days. Isn't it interesting how some things can feel like a huge undertaking, and then once you sit down and just do it, it's really not that bad. Well, now the trouble is, how do I want to proceed? Should I maybe wash and block this before trying to weave in all these vertical things? Sorry about the table with the rings and everything. It's an old table, came from my grandfather, so maybe one day I will do something about this surface, but that's neither here nor there. Look, 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 look. I decided to wash it, and I did, and I've been drying in the sun, and it looks great. I think it looks nice. So now I just have to figure out how long to do the strands of yarn. So I guess I will fold this in half. Maybe I'll fold it into quarts so you can see what's going on. That's a quarter of the length. I'm just gonna go and get a tape measure. There we go. Okay, so it would be about 2 meters long. Perfect. Have my yarn. So that's 2 meters, and then a bit more for shrinkage, and then fringe times 2. Let's try that. So this is quite thin. I should probably do how many strands per hole? Need to find a weaving needle as well. Got some different types here. This for tapestry weaving with these. It has like a flat tip. These in horn. This is horn. I don't know if this is bone. I got them from, actually from the brother to the old friend that I'm making the face hugger for. Her brother made me these ones. I'm gonna try the white one for aesthetics. I just wanted to see how it looked. So that's definitely not enough. I knew that. I knew that. I'm gonna try and, I don't know, quadruple it. Don't know if this will go through this needle. Not that easily anyway. I'm gonna try the other one. All right, that was all right. Still not quite enough, maybe. How about 6? I think we have a winner. Getting this thing threaded was kind of hard, not gonna lie. Now I've got 3 very long strands and they are double threaded in the needle. Let's do it. Is there perhaps an easier way to do this? I don't know. Looking good-ish. Annoying little thing there. Have to fix that. This is going to take a while. See you in a bit. Are the 6 strands a little overkill maybe? I mean, it sort of has to be the same width as one of the stitches. Maybe? Would have been a good idea to make a gauge swatch maybe. Yeah, gotta remember that for next time. What do you think? I think this is better with the 4. This. The 4 is better. And also I'm alternating which space I'm going up through to make to stagger the woven parts. Yeah. I'm gonna keep on trucking. Oh, and I was contemplating whether to do just four big color chunks, dark light, or if I should make it more symmetrical and do a narrow black stripe on each end and then 3 wider ones in the middle, light, dark, light. Right now I'm actually leaning to make it as symmetrical as possible. Stay tuned. Not gonna lie, kind of obsessed. I think it's really coming together. Doesn't this look cool? Or is it just me? I ran out of the original charcoal grey loft yarn, and since I am now only using this thinner one, I am holding 5 strands together instead of 4. Exciting, right? So close to getting this done. It's kind of an amazing feeling. But now that the end is near, I have the next problem, and that is what do I do with the fringe? I have a few ideas. Let me just finish this up and I'll see you at the fringe. I love the look of this. It's something else. I left the fringe really long because I wanted to have options. So I had a few ideas while I was weaving in all the things. I was thinking it might be fun to felt the fringe, like I would maybe knot them here and then be careful I don't felt them together into a big ball, and then wet these and then maybe do like this so they felt. That might be cute because this has a certain thickness. It might be balanced with a felted thing. I could also do the twisted thing where you like twist one and the other, twist them like the same way, and then you go and twist them together the opposite way. Which right now I'm thinking this is the method I'm going to be using. I could also knot these, like knot, and then knot them together again like that. And then like that, you know. But first I think I need to comb them or something, or maybe use a straightener actually. Just being really careful. I mean, it is pure wool, so I could use a straightener if I wanted to, and then cut them so they are the same length. And if I get around to doing it today, I think it will be the twisted version. And then it's gonna be all done.